Hello and welcome to the E14 Gamecast, Emotion E14's gaming podcast. I've just embraced it. I can't think of anything better as an intro, so I've just gone with that. Well, it seems to do the job.
It's accurate.
Yes, it's functional yet affordable.
Yes.
Being as this is free, so there's that. Also, suck a dick, I guess, or whatever. Wrong podcast, sorry. Yeah. So my name is Rob Wade, and I'm joined by Blake Hummer.
Space Cadet.
Hello. Brad Hummer Barnes.
Nice rolling sound.
And Sal Crouch.
Never mess with a Sicilian when death is on the line.
If that's not Assassin's Creed 2, I'm a little scared. It's not, is it?
No.
All right.
It is technically a board game.
Right, yeah, there is that. So, as is customary at the beginning of the show, I will read. Yeah, well, into a Christmas pudding. We got one for this one. So we had a big bumper review session last time, and since then, I think we blew our wad, for lack of a better expression, very early. But we did get a nice review. So this comes from a guy called Ian, who runs the Comic Art Festival podcast, as well as a podcast called House of Geek. So they're very much in our wheelhouse.
Feel like I've seen that on Twitter.
Yeah, you probably have. I probably shared it because I do quite a lot of Britpod scene sharing. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Ian writes, 5 stars, great gaming show. Goes on to say, a great gaming show with great in-depth content. Not always about the latest games, but rather a more honest opinion of whatever they've been playing. That's pretty much as accurate as you can possibly get, right?
That's a 5-star review.
Yeah, certainly is.
The show is.
Certainly is. Yeah.
Well done. Not only a review, but a good blurb.
Exactly. It's if anything, I might nick it. So, maybe I'll give him 5% of whatever money I end up making, which is to say, fuck all.
Depends on what the merch takes off.
A nice shiny tuppence is coming your way.
In several years.
Oh, I want a tuppence.
Trevor.
And I want you to give it to me and say, here's a tuppence, Joe.
Oh, God.
I can't get to my wallet.
It's under my girth.
That's what they all say.
Anyway, thank you for that, Ian. And if you want to follow suit and review the E14 Gamecast, we'd be very grateful. You can do so by finding the show on iTunes, Stitcher, or giving us a comment on YouTube. Obviously, iTunes and Stitcher are the only ones that actually allow you to give a rating to it. We're also on Podchaser, so you can also do that too.
Spotify.
How does one chase pods?
With
on foot.
Digitally.
Could they just hassle Blake on his Twitter?
Yeah.
Now, this is pod chasing.
It's a real thing.
I think it is. Oh, God, it is, isn't it?
No, this is podcasting is a real one, yeah.
Oh.
Wish I'd thought of it.
Making Star Wars, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Making Star Wars.
Why is it two crazy horses? Making Star Wars.
Where are we going?
I'm not sure. Off the rails somehow, but that's not what this is for. So,
what games you be gaming?
What games you gaming? Yeah, let's talk about games. What you gaming? What's been playing in your consoles? What's been loaded in your digital libraries?
If you're happy with me to go first, I think.
You can go first.
No.
Or you can go blurst.
I'll go blurst.
Go Blake.
That's Blake being first.
I've been playing.
Go on.
Well, recently I've just finished Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Any good?
Yeah, it's standalone DLC for if you go into it expecting it to be standalone DLC for Uncharted 4 and don't expect,
a full-fledged,
massively new things as a result. It's a perfectly good, highly enjoyable venture.
Okay.
That'll take a good 8 hours of your time.
I need to do Uncharted 4, actually. I don't think I've finished. I don't think I've started it yet.
I've only done the first 2.
Closest thing to a Spielberg movie I've ever played.
Okay.
I would say.
It's high praise indeed.
Yeah.
Has it got big fuck off sharks? Because I feel like it should.
Does it have sharks in it?
I don't know.
More things should.
No.
I'm playing Mafia 3 at the moment. That's got
You are in the water a lot and there are plenty of explosions, but no sharks. No. Yeah. Dear Naughty Dog for Uncharted 5.
Sharks and explosions, please.
Exploding sharks.
None of this half-assed.
Before Brad plots a novel.
When is it kind of set?
I can tell that look.
With when is Lost Legacy set? Within sort of regards to number 4.
It is set after 4.
After that's it. After 4, then.
Yep, it's set after 4. Well, I don't know. I mean, after the end of 4, not the epilogue,
not the prologue.
I'm guessing.
Epilogue bit, yeah.
It follows Chloe and Nadine looking for the
some Lost Legacy.
Tusk of Ganesh, I think it is.
But you got better chance of finding it than most because there's 2 of them, right?
Yeah, and it follows on, and it shows that due to good storytelling and that they can still do an adventure without Nathan Drake, which is a good one.
That's what you want to know, right?
You didn't really miss his presence, as some of the reviews I've said.
Yeah, it is very good, and it still, it is very, I mean, high adventure storyline. It doesn't really break any molds or anything like that, but it's good fun,
Okay.
Is it better than Tomb Raider? I mean, it's a female-led adventure game at this point, so. Better than the second one? The second new one? Rise of the Tomb Raider?
I think considering Rise of the Tomb Raider is more of a full game and there is more, comparing it obviously to a standalone DLC, I think it's difficult. But I don't know. I do find, even though I like the reboots of Tomb Raider, I still think she's a bit whingy.
Okay.
So, what she is.
Crush your women.
Yeah. Well, apart from, in the first reboot, she's absolutely terrible at keeping anyone alive.
Well, there is that, yeah. Yeah, she's not the best friend, is she?
No.
Also not the best employer because she locks her butt.
It's just the moment anyone turned up in that game, I was like, yep, there they go.
Yeah. I better not get attached to this person.
Yeah.
Although, actually, that would have helped them falling over that side.
Wow. That game's totally all over the place.
Yeah.
Isn't it all about how she comes to terms with killing enemies?
Pretty much, yeah.
And she lets all of her friends die.
Yeah. Basically like, I
up.
see. If I just take the death and apply it to those people I don't know, that's okay. Right. Credits.
Yeah, it worked for Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
But he doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, it's
He will
okay.
happily wisecrack and kill everyone.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. You're not killing them. Oh, I'm just leaving them face down unconscious in a fountain. I'm sure that'll be fine.
I'm sending them to another dimension.
Pay close attention.
They're going to the island of Get to Fuck.
Yeah, so this one's going out first.
Oh, sorry.
Why did you do that?
I broke continuity.
It's the way around it is. That's all.
Why don't we record Gamecast first?
We did last time, and we found that the energy on the Crazy Train suffered.
Oh, okay.
Whereas this is much more.
Oh, so great. Space-time
Slow burning.
distortion.
Yeah, exactly.
Just cut this bit out.
No, that's fine.
No, leave it in.
No, I'm going to leave it in.
I have somehow broken.
Leave it in.
Pay no attention to the men behind the curtain.
Somehow I've.
Leave it in because it's a plug for Crazy Train.
This is true. Go listen to episode
listen to
55 of the Crazy
Yeah,
Train,
Crazy. It'll be
and
out
you'll
next
get
week.
the context of
Quick, before Toto grabs the curtain.
I mean,
before get to
The prog band.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're doing here either.
I put in a little thing. For those looking for context for the term Get to Fuck Island, kindly check out the Crazy Train episode 55, coming soon to a podcatcher near you. Ding.
we've got to call it Get to Fuck.
You got to
Can you
chase
call
it
it Get
first.
to Fuck?
No.
As
Yeah,
get to F star.
Get to F
K.
Island. I don't think you can even do asterisk.
Oh no!
Get to
They've worked.
Get to the island.
Get to Island.
Can't suggest a title for Crazy Train in all seriousness.
Fine.
Call it Trash Wizard's Return, and then imagine the confusions on people's face when we don't mention the Trash Wizard.
But somehow it turns up on here.
The Trash Well, actually, I did do Trash Wizard Begins. Maybe I could do the Trash Night.
Trash
and then
Wizard
Trash Night
Rises.
Rises.
Yeah, the Trash Wizard rises.
I'll get on the bell to Chris then.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then Trash Wizard versus Tall Man, the fucking trolley of justice. Anyway,
Yeah.
Uncharted.
So, in addition to that, I've been playing Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle on the Switch.
Oh, good. You're an 11-year-old girl now.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, here's the thing, right? I thought it was going to be one of the, like the Rabbids games are normally like mini game collections, like WarioWare or something.
Yeah.
It's like XCOM. It's an
like a
XCOM
top-down,
game.
like, strategy
It's a
game.
strategy
It's a
game.
turn-based strategy game.
Yeah.
And it's an annoying...
Every Rabbids game I ever played was just...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
It's not that at all. It's an XCOM game.
What?
Apparently, it's fucking
And
excellent.
apparently
Well-
Luigi dabs.
Okay.
Oh, I haven't seen him do that.
He dabs.
What's a dab?
That's
This
the
gesture.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah, the Usain Bolt thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Cute kids.
Cute kids in the
I've
Usain
not
Bolt
seen
and
him do
Morgan
that,
Freeman.
admittedly, but I mean, I found...
Kids of your adventure time.
Oh, typical. Some
I
fucking
found it's a bit
person
more...
playing a Mario
it's not-
game.
you.
It's like... It is
Ignore
like
Luigi.
XCOM. It's a very good turn-based game. It's not as harrowing as XCOM, obviously.
For sure. Well, yeah, I mean, imagine kids would never play a game again if they played an XCOM style game that was brutally accurate.
I watched a video. Apparently, it's one of the first Mario games where Mario has a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That's big.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it a musket?
It's what is
like a laser cannon thing.
Yeah, it's like
a hand,
like a space blaster thing. Yeah,
that's because he lost his arm in service to the Emperor.
There is that.
Yeah, it looks like a more cartoony version of like the plasma rifle from Halo.
Or to me, it looked like the Mega Blaster from Mega Man.
All that, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Let's say it's a
the Mega Blaster from Mega Man. Is that a 90s video game by any chance?
No, I think it was 80s.
both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both and
Late 80s, early
noughties
90s
as well.
Yeah.
And
the double Mega sounds very 90s.
Yeah,
I can imagine that on the side of a fruit carton.
I think some of the 90s ones was when I think was it Mega Man Legends or something? Set in the year 20XX. So that's a 90s thing.
That's now.
Yeah.
XX.
Yeah, 20 something.
Yeah.
And weirdly, wasn't a part of Mega Games 1 on the Mega Drive.
Yeah, bizarre, isn't it?
Oh.
There you go. What else are you gaming? Anything else?
There've been the two I've been. I've not played a lot of it, but I've also been playing a bit of Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. It's
okay.
There's too many words in that title.
There's a lot.
It's a spin-off of the Heroes of Might and Magic.
Yeah.
Why are the heroes clashing?
If you
Even
couldn't
more
have
words.
Is it a phone game or a...
Both, I think.
Is it one of those you've got to match up 4 coloured gems?
It's a bit like that, It's basically, it plays a bit like where you're buying troops and each troop does different things and all that, but the way you get them to attack is to match them in a sort of puzzle game.
Yeah.
Oh.
You build, so it's like a
Sounds
sort
a bit Banner Saga-y.
Yeah.
I think I prefer Bubble Bobble.
Except Banner Saga's a bit more like XCOM, so more like Rabbit.
Trying to think of an example.
Bubble
There's phone games that like the WWE's got one, and they've loads of different ones where you're doing attacks, but the attacks are enhanced by match 3 rather than solely.
Yeah.
It's like that.
I think I played a Marvel and a Ghostbusters one.
Yeah.
You sort of do damage to the person by actually breaking through their wall and hitting the back of the screen, basically. But also you sort of block attacks and
Just
that by lining. You can create walls to defend yourself by lining it sideways, or you can, if you do them vertically, that's when you do attacks.
I'd always do them vertically, like.
Well, of course.
It's fine.
As I said, I've only played a little bit of it, but
Perfectly cromulent.
It's killed a bit of time. Yeah. I will carry on with it. It sounds, by the looks of it, it looks like it's massively long, so I don't know how long I'll play it.
It's epic, yeah.
So there's
really
a story
long.
involved.
Yes, very much.
Yeah, there is a plot. I mean, I'm only in the first bit, and I've only played a few hours. I think I'm like level 8 or 9. So, but yeah.
So that's your main ones. Any tabletop stuff? We'll do it. We'll do one after the other.
I've been playing Moaning with friends. Obviously, I've done Mansion of Madness. I suppose has been the main one I've been playing a lot lately.
What a game!
Were you on when we did the DLC?
The mirror one.
Yeah,
that was brilliant.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Really good.
It's a board game with DLC.
Yeah, no, it's great. Any other tabletop stuff, or is that mainly it?
That's all we've mainly played lately, isn't it? The last couple of times I've been, I think it's
maybe you could do a game in your house.
All I've done.
Muggins here doing it.
You do have a long table.
Yeah, I could do it, man.
And you got some really good games as well, haven't you? You got Doom of the Elder, you got Horus Heresy, you got Trains of the Day.
Yeah,
you got Doom, you got XCOM.
We played XCOM once.
Yeah.
We got butt fucked.
Yeah,
it was incredibly hard.
Also the game.
The training bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was the tutorial.
Yeah, also the game.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go around.
And it ended with Luigi dabbing, apparently.
Yeah.
That's an anus.
Dabbed an anus.
Brad.
I hate you when I make myself laugh. I have a small baby, so video game time is limited. The only video game I've completed, I think, since the last time I was on was I did the complete season of Batman the Telltale game.
Oh, yeah, you recommended that to
I
me.
loved it, yeah.
It was on sale again recently.
Was it? Okay.
Oh, I've already bought it. So
no, I know.
It wasn't cheap enough for me.
More a mental note for me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a casual Batman fan, really, I suppose. I read comics occasionally. I've seen most of the movies and stuff like that. If you kind of went in expecting it to be like the Arkham Asylum
obviously,
games,
very different.
Very disappointed.
Yeah.
If you're going in and you're interested in the character of Bruce Wayne and the character of Batman, you will absolutely love it. It's very psychological.
I played,
especially in terms of Bruce Wayne's psyche.
Yeah, I played the first episode and I thought it was pretty good.
It is a slow burner.
Yeah, very much so.
Worth sticking with, though.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I played the first one. I thought that was good. I have the disc over there because a couple of people recommended it to me, including yourself. So I went out and bought the
It's
game.
the first time I've ever seen the Penguin as a credible villain.
Yes,
He's done really well.
he is. Yeah,
He's quite good in Gotham.
apparently so. Yeah.
I'm surprised they've.
He's an actual penguin in that, isn't he?
No,
Still a bloke.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they were
I've been
very.
misinformed.
he's not fat though.
I think you're thinking of Madagascar.
I had wrong trousers, that's what I'm thinking.
The best version.
He is a credible villain.
Yeah.
But that's a chicken.
Yeah.
Spoilers. What are you saying, like?
I'm surprised at how quick they've rolled out a sequel for it already.
Yeah.
They've done a second
It did,
series already.
it did seem quick.
Yeah.
It's got to be less than a year old, the first series.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It must have been popular.
Well, yeah.
Or it was a contractual thing.
Maybe. Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe you
X number of series in X number of years.
yeah, maybe. You drop
Yeah.
everything. You
Considering
drop
they
everything.
did that
but-
really
yeah.
quick, and Wolf Among Us has only just recently been announced.
Yeah.
Wolf Among Us seemed to be a sleeper hit, but I think Batman's kind of got, or people will buy a Batman game. Wolf Among Us was a bit of a harder sell. It took word of mouth to kind of build that up,
Yeah,
really.
agreed.
I'm glad they're doing a second season.
Yeah, likewise. I love that fucking game.
I mean, like that game is what got Alicia into reading comics.
Really?
There's a reason the mics are stacked on a stack of fables, and it's not because I was already a fan.
No, I mean,
My situation was exactly the same.
I think so. Alicia saw me playing Wolf Among Us, and then played it herself. Like she stormed for it.
Mm.
She was absolutely like enthralled by it. And then, I think like 2 weeks later, she'd read all 144 issues of Fables.
Bloody
And I
hell.
was just like, what the hell? Like,
Okay.
But this is from someone that's never read a comic. Like,
Yeah.
crazy. So
She's really good at it, though. She should keep it going.
yeah, I know. Better reading comics than I am.
Yeah, likewise.
I think it's, apart from still playing The Witcher as well, still enjoying that.
Okay.
I think that's...
That game never
No.
stops to.
Nah, I like the books and stuff anyway, so I just been
Yeah.
really
Glad you're
enjoying it.
Here's
Yeah,
here's
it seems to have some difficulty spikes every now and again, which takes
Okay.
a bit of persevering
Spike
with.
is
But
difficult.
yeah, he is difficult. Remember him? I seem to be. There's one level I'm stuck about. I seem to just get my arse handed to me by a werewolf again and again, but I'm sure I'll get cut eventually.
yeah.
But I think next on my pile now, I've completed Batman is Uncharted 3.
Okay.
I tried playing Doom, but it just gave me insane motion sickness.
It's very fast.
Yeah, I don't always get motion sickness with video games. When I do, it's impenetrable, unavoidable.
Yeah.
So with Doom,
Fair
I just
enough.
had to go, I can't do it.
Here's a statistic that I found interesting today. Apparently, Cyberpunk 2077 will be 4 times the map size
What?
of Witcher 3.
That's including Blood and Wine expansion.
It didn't say. Well, that was the
gonna
head. I
say,
didn't
that's
read
mental.
the. Yeah.
Why would Cyberpunk have a Blood and Wine expansion?
No, I know
Cyberpunk and Detroit go kind of on my radar. They look really
Yeah.
good.
they do.
Tabletop wise, Manchester Madness is still very much riding high. It's just such a evolution of the entire medium in terms of what it can achieve. I've played it with guys who are principally video gamers, absolutely love it. Played with guys principally a role playing gamer, and he absolutely loved it.
Mhm.
So it seems to be incredibly popular across the board.
It's very, very good. I mean, I
Yeah.
understand the popularity.
We played Armada for the first time in a long time.
Yep,
last
Star
week.
Wars,
And we actually
Space Combat.
We pulled the big guns out as well because they have the Home One and the Imperial Star Destroyer on the
Yes,
table.
that got messy.
That volley you hit me with, I think has made up for all your dice rolls for the past year of hero clicks.
I rolled 11 damage.
Wow.
Yeah. On how many dice was it? 6?
Yeah,
Jesus.
That's pretty savage.
I got too close to a Star Destroyer. It
Basically.
hurt.
And then I got too close to perfection on my dice roll.
Yeah.
Got burnt.
No, it was quite a nice story we had going. So I think your engines were ruptured and you were taking damage every time
Basically,
you moved.
I was 1 turn away from if I didn't drop my speed, I was
Yeah.
1 turn away from the Star Destroyer just blowing up through overexertion. So I was having to
Yeah.
play a very dangerous game.
It made us both go, we do need to play this more often.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I was really
I've
interested.
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Played it.
My Ghostbusters 2 Kickstarter has turned up. So
Nice.
I'm painting that up at the moment. I've just done
Cool.
the guys with the slime blowers. We also get like alternate. If it was a video game, there'd be alternate skins.
Yeah.
I suppose, but it's in the courtroom with the Scoleri brothers. So it's all
Oh,
different
cool.
suits with the proton packs.
Nice.
I'm sure Legendary still gets played a lot
Mhm.
because I think everyone seems to enjoy. You play Legendary yet?
Not yet.
We should hang out more.
Mm.
I did enjoy the Aliens.
The
one.
Alien Legendary.
Yeah,
Were
'cause
you
I
there
hadn't-
No, I wasn't for that.
Alien Legendary was.
I've only
just,
played-
just different enough from the Marvel one. It makes it feel like Alien.
Yeah, I've only played I think it's the base Marvel set. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I think I've played all of them now. I think I played Marvel.
The clever mechanic, because in the Marvel one, it's just you've got the bad guy and his storyline you need
Yeah.
to beat. The Alien one and the Predator one are broken down into like 3 mini game arcs you need to
Okay.
complete. So I think in the first one, we played Alien, you had to investigate where the radio signal was coming from. You had to search for ship, and the third one was blow it out the airlock.
Yeah.
Yes, each film gets broken down into like 3 arcs of you leveling up as you go along. It's really clever.
That's cool.
My favourite mechanic is if you get killed by a face hugger, you get a chestburster card put into your discard pile.
Oh, nice.
Which then gets shuffled around, and when you pull the chestburster, you die, throw all of your cards away, and take it of your alien deck and play as an alien hunting other players.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a really funny thing.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I played a game called Flashpoint.
Oh, is that
firefighting?
Is that Into the Fire rebranded?
Kind of.
Okay.
It was. I can't remember if it was ever with a disclaimer. I can't remember if this was confirmed or kind of like an unofficial confirmation. I heard. For the story I heard was the company that bought Into the Fire was the company that owned Flashpoint to stop another firefighting game being in the market.
Right.
But I think a lot of what it was Into the Fire got subsumed into expansions of Flashpoint down the line.
Okay. So all the mechanics they like.
Having played both, I do think Flashpoint is better.
Okay, fair enough.
It's faster. You have distinctive roles, like you'll have one guy who's equipped for searching, one guy who's equipped for smashing down doors. It's more streamlined.
A bit more specialised.
Yeah, I do really enjoy Flashpoint. Flashpoint's been really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure there's another tabletop game because I was going to say one, and now it's just totally vanished. So.
Well, I'm coming to one that you've played.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you played it recently, but I know you've played it because we talked about it the other day.
Yeah, I look forward to remembering what I was supposed to be saying. God damn, it's baby brain.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It'll come at some point.
Yeah.
What?
Your new
Thunder Road
car combat one?
Oh, Devil's Run.
Devil's Run.
I don't think I've played it much since I last mentioned it.
No, that's why I didn't know if it was that.
A Mad Max type miniatures game.
It's good. I've only played it once, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's an evolution of Thunder Road. They sold it to me at the convention, and I was like, okay, well, I saw the models. I knew it looked kind of Mad Maxy, which is great. Talked to the guy, and his opening spiel to me was, have you ever played Thunder Road? And Thunder Road is one of my favourite board games of all time. So he had a sale from the moment he said that, basically.
He said, have you ever played Thunder Road? Yeah, I love it. Well, this is nothing like that. It's about baking cakes.
Have you played Thunder Road? Because you're better off just playing that.
Have you played Thunder Road? Yes. But I failed to see why you're asking me this in Super Drugs.
Well, it's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, it's true. Any more for that?
I'm sure there's one on the tip of my tongue, but I'll probably just blurt it out in about 20 minutes
fair enough.
Or half an hour after we finish recording.
Yeah, cool. Joe?
I haven't been playing that many games recently, but I did manage to start and complete Sonic Mania on my Switch.
Any good?
Really cool. Really cool game. I wouldn't say that I am a massive Sonic fan, and I'd also wouldn't say that I completely understood why he's so well liked. But which probably would have been a good thing for the episode you're going to listen to after this.
Yeah, maybe.
Crazy Train.
Maybe we can do a gaming equivalent one another time.
Yeah, possibly.
Just one
I'd like to tackle it from the other side and do things we think are unsung.
That's happening. Yeah, that will happen eventually. Yeah,
just saying.
But, it's on my list.
Just saying. My idea.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's how that works. But okay.
I think there's if you're interested in the game, you've already got it. To be honest.
Oh, okay. That's a weird system.
Well, like you would already have it if you have any interest in the game.
Yeah.
Like if you're a Sonic fan, or if you've heard that it's good, like
you probably bought it.
There's been no sort of shortage of people just singing its praises.
No, sure, yeah. I've seen a few of them on my Twitter.
Amazing graphics, really nice soundtrack, good remix of the stage. There's some nice additions there as well, and apparently it's actually got a story, although I haven't really even though I've completed it, I haven't really detected the story.
Titanfall syndrome.
It's more one of those ones where you have to watch YouTube videos of people piecing things together. So I completed that, liked it, got it for £12 because I bought it on the Russian Switch store.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they were selling it cheap.
In Soviet Russia, Mania Sonic to you.
Yeah, there was a whole thing about it, like you could get it cheaper if you switch stores on the Switch. Yeah,
I don't know why that is. There's something to do with like Russia regional licensing and separate price setting models and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of when you go on like deal websites, a lot of them are like, oh, if you just set up a US account, you can buy it for like half the price. I'm just like, I get to fuck. I'm fine. I'll just wait till it's that price on the English store. I'm never short of games, so I'm all right in that respect.
For our economy more than we already have.
Well,
but other than that, I've just bought Nier Automata because it was on a Steam sale. Picked up for $25.
So you bought Nier or a Tomato? Which was it?
Tomato. It's Far Away, Dougal.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. It's basically just a hack and slash DMC style game with a lot of, shall we say, fan service. There's a ton of fan service in that game. It's a bit of a weebs game, to be honest, but
a weebs game, okay.
Yeah, but it's good. Sorry? Basically, a weeb is someone that fetishizes Japanese.
Oh, weeaboo.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, no, I've not heard the contraction before.
Embrace it.
No, you have. Yeah. But yeah, like it's cool. It's got mechs and anime style women with big swords slashing things.
When you said anime style women with big, that's not where I was expecting.
That was a surprise.
Oh, totally.
Although big swords also isn't that much of a surprise.
That's also fair, yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty sort of standard stuff. Apparently, the story is really deep and really sort of like moving and points those.
Okay.
I've heard it's very good and actually has multiple playthroughs.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, cool. That's what I've heard, and it's kind of. I wouldn't say it's Souls-like, and I know people express a lot of disdain when people say that games are like Dark Souls, but it does have that sort of like online persistent system where like if you die it shows up in other people's games,
right?
But you don't summon them for co-op, you just like revive them and then AI takes them over and stuff.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
I take it hasn't got the difficulty of Souls either.
Not that I've experienced yet.
No, because that's when I think.
When I think for about 2 hours.
When I think someone says something to Souls like, I went, "Oh, okay, it's going to be nails."
No, nothing's come close to anything like that. Apart from there's another one I've been playing. I remember now.
Okay.
There's a game called Absolver.
That name rings a bell.
Devolver Digital.
Oh, okay.
Read it. And it's basically Kung Fu Dark Souls. And you go around.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, you go around this like. Sort of like, it's like I'd say it's like a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon style sort of like land.
Yeah.
So sort of China, Tibet fusion.
Okay.
With all these like old temples that have like fallen down, and you're sent on this like very sort of subtle quest. Like it's not really spelled out for you. So Dark Souls basically.
Okay.
And yeah, like you choose like your Kung Fu style, and you level up and learn new moves by fighting. And it's stamina-based combat, exactly like Dark Souls, but you're just doing hand-to-hand combat.
Okay.
It's got like very sort of minimalist graphic style.
Okay.
But yeah, I thought it was really good. It's only about £20. So
is it third person or is it a solo?
Yeah, third person.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'd say the name's vaguely familiar to me.
Kung Fu game would be insane.
Yeah. I was thinking more like a Nidhogg style 2D.
Okay, right.
Oh no, it's definitely like third person action sort of thing. Yeah. So
I had heard of it and seen some videos.
Yeah.
So what was it
good.
It's called Absolver. It's on PS4, Xbox, and PC.
I was sort of waiting on reviews really, and I'd seen a few, and they seemed mostly positive. But
it's recommended by Eurogamer, and those are the guys that I tend to listen to.
Okay.
Okay.
Not those Eurogans.
I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah.
I normally look at Metacritic and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
What an average is. Because I think it was averaging about the
78,
74, 77, something like that. Yeah.
It's good for an indie game. It's basically a
I think I'll wait for it to come down a bit, but I probably will give it a try.
Yeah.
As a consumer, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait until you have to spend less.
Fair.
I would advise you to do that on everything.
Yeah. Indeed.
But yeah, board game wise, just X-Wing.
X-Wing.
What was the last thing I played with you guys?
Don't know. You don't hang out with me anymore, do you?
Yeah, you came over to my house with your wife.
We didn't play a game though. So
no, we had a nice.
we played Injustice.
We did do that. Actually.
Yeah,
we did play Injustice.
It was like Mortal Kombat, only you're a superhero.
Yeah. Everyone.
With all the good and bad that entails.
Yeah. Better than Mortal Kombat versus.
It was good fun.
Yeah, better than Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, though.
Yeah, which just struck me as trying hard to be Capcom versus Marvel.
I'll sum it up for you. Ever wondered what would happen if Scorpion fought the Joker? Me neither.
I did just buy Sub-Zero for Injustice 2, though.
Oh, okay. Maybe the audience is wrong here.
Yeah,
I've not picked my crowd.
A lot of the characters seem to have Sub-Zero type moves and powers. Right?
Yeah.
Was it Captain Cold?
Yeah, Captain Cold. Yeah, it was.
A lot of them just felt like they did that as well.
They do feel very sort of more combat-y, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
it's NetherRealms, isn't it?
yeah, so it was. Yeah.
Same people,
Yeah, same devs.
But I think Raiden's getting included.
Okay.
I don't think Scorpion is.
Okay.
Another
Scorpion.
okay.
Get over that.
I know Hellboy is as well. Hellboy's going to be in that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Doing indie ones like Clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
that might be the day I buy my own copy when
I
Hellboy
look
comes
forward
out.
for Preacher set.
Judge Dredd would be good.
Judge Dredd is always good.
The Darkness.
Yeah, true.
I'd like to see the Darkness turn up in a fighting game. That'd be cool.
Spawn.
Just for our younger
Spawn,
listeners, that's a comic and not the hair metal band.
That too.
It's also a very good game.
Yes.
I think people nowadays may know the Darkness more for the game than the comic.
Yeah, maybe. Actually.
I'm a boy with a void inside.
Mike Patton did a voice for that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Did good voice. It's a good voice.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
One of my favourite voices ever.
Yeah. The Darkness games are fucking great.
Really?
I love them. I love them.
No, I've done them both.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
They're great games.
First one's a bit slow, but the
First one has an open world and probably doesn't need to.
Yeah.
The problem is it had an open world and no run function.
Well, there is that, yeah.
I liked the World War One bit from that. I thought that was
that was good.
When I first played it,
I thought the second second game,
Great as a
Very
film.
cinematic.
the second game improved on. It fixed all the problems I had with the
Apart
first
from the
one.
length.
It was a bit short.
It was a bit short.
Yeah.
I really loved that series though,
Yeah.
and that's another
one.
video game that got me into reading comics
Yeah, I can see
because
why.
I saw it and I was like, oh, this sounds cool. And I played. We used to have an old demo unit, Xbox 360, that was in the back room in the store I worked in because it couldn't be on the shop floor because it was broken.
Okay.
But it worked, you couldn't. I think it was like the cabinet didn't lock properly or something, so you couldn't use it on the shop floor with customers because they could just nick it. Yeah, and obviously where I was working, that was a risk. But I remember we used to just, if we saw a game that was vaguely interesting, we had to open them up anyway to put display copies on the shelf and stuff. So we used to have discs to one side, and we used to just play them on lunch breaks and stuff. And I remember playing The Darkness and going, "Oh man, this is pretty cool."
Yeah.
So I went and bought it, took it home, played it, finished it, started reading the comics from that in the same way as Fables. Yeah. It's a good
It's
good
nice
series,
when that sort of
Darkness.
stuff happens with
Yeah,
games.
it is nice. Yeah.
Puts you into a bigger thing.
Yeah. Any other games?
Not that I can think of. I think that's it. I can't remember if I've got any lined up that I want to play, but
Okay.
I'm not playing anything else at the moment.
Not currently. Okay.
Not currently, no.
Fair enough.
I might dip my toes back into the Dark Souls 3 DLC. I haven't finished it yet.
Fair enough.
Kickstarter turned up.
Yeah, the board game.
The board game.
Yeah, I've had it for a little while. I just haven't done anything with
Yeah.
it. But
Open the rule book and it punched me in the face. It's the
I
best
showed you the
adaptation
rule.
ever.
Have you seen the packaging for it?
No.
As soon as you open the lid off, there's just a piece of paper inside that just says "You died" on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Brilliant.
Nice.
It's cool. I showed Brad the rulebook and I said to him, apparently it's not very
I'm
linear.
gonna give you a hand.
Yeah,
Right.
I need a hand with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll all play that at some point. 'cause
Yeah,
it's-
sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
You guys help me out with video game stuff. I don't mind doing it.
Well, there you go. See, it's just,
We could make an evening of it, I suppose, where we work through it together.
we just sit
I'm
and
just going to
figure out
sit
the
there
rule
like
book
a
and
child
then.
with my legs crossed, just like, yes, and now what do I do?
Now we die.
How do we die?
Well, if they're anything like Fantasy Flight, they'll have a decent tutorial on the YouTube channel.
That's what you said.
Yeah. Or if not, give it a few weeks. There'll be some really good fan made ones.
Yeah,
Saying
true.
that,
Yeah.
their Destiny one was okay. The video.
The Destiny one was
They
okay.
don't try like they used to. Fantasy Flight.
No, the Star Wars Destiny one, the tutorial is okay. The problem with it is that they rely on like gaming components that don't exist. So like it's like, this roll your dice into this pool area, and I was like, oh, there must be a play mat with a pool area, and there's not.
No.
It's just
You have to imagine
set a play area. It's like, okay, well, I can do that without your help. Thanks.
Yeah.
It did help to explain the rules to a point, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were
Yeah,
struggling
we
I
to.
found those were
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I found those were good not so much for me learning to play a game, but for teaching other players. I used to be able to stick the videos on. I found that really helpful.
Yeah, I think also for confirming what you think is probably the
Yeah.
case. So like I could watch the X-Wing ones now,
Yeah.
and it's been a while. Like up until recently, it was a while since I'd played, but I could watch the videos and be like, I thought that's how it worked.
I think the only one I learned from rather than using as a teaching aid was the Blood Bowl Team Manager one, just because it was a mess. But
that was
really good.
That was a bit.
There's a game that needs playing more, actually.
There's a good game.
Blood Bowl Team Manager is insane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've been playing Blood Bowl. That was the other one.
There you go. Hey, you got there in the end.
Apparently, I think that was on sale on Steam as well.
Really?
I think you're right.
Game,
yeah,
I think the video game as well.
Yeah,
the video game's cool.
They've recently released the Legendary Edition.
The most recent board game version is the rulebook that the video game is based on, so it's
Sounds
totally
about right.
compatible. Yeah.
Legendary Edition of Blood Bowl 2 adds more teams, and also I think if you...
Oh, so it's like a game of the
It's like an expansion.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's an expansion.
Oh, all right.
Because, I mean, apparently if you own the base game, you can actually buy an upgrade for it.
Oh, that's good.
The other thing is also you can buy the upgrade plus the team pack, which is all the DLC.
Yeah,
that if you didn't have it already,
that's good.
So,
that's what's missing. That was what was missing from the first one.
But I mean, digitally, the expansion with the team pack is still about 40 quid, so it's quite a lot of money.
That reminds me. Speaking of Steam, I just remembered I got a 50% off voucher for Dawn of War 3, so I may end up playing that soon.
Cool.
Because apparently that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah,
I played 1 and 2.
First, I might have played the second one actually.
Second one was really hard for me.
Yeah.
I found it very, very hard. But
when you mean difficulty or full
Yeah.
mast?
just full mast. Yeah,
Okay,
it's very
just
hard.
a massive erection.
Yeah,
just a bit of a stonker.
I got to one of the Tyrannid levels, and I was just like, "No, too hard."
Yeah.
Oh no, I do. I completed, but
the Tau in Dawn of War 3.
No, mainly focuses. Dawn of War 1, they're in an expansion.
See, that's
Dawn of War 3 mainly focuses on Eldar, Orcs, and Space Marines, although I do believe Chaos turn up later. So it's mainly the
when you least expect them.
But obviously, it gets bigger. You get bigger scales, so you do get like knights turning up and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're a bit outclassed. But
yeah.
You actually get like Titans stuff. Well, the smaller Titans.
Is this in number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to get it. Yeah, I'll get it. Might as well use the voucher they gave me.
Imperial Knights start turning up and stuff like that.
Okay, nice.
What games are you gaming?
Yeah.
I've been binging a lot of shooters recently, mainly because I've got a big backlog
like a drug thing.
I know, yeah.
I think it's pronounced binging.
Binging. I've been binging a lot of shooters because fuck Google, apparently.
All right, Alexa, calm your tits.
So yeah, I've been playing a lot of. What I've been trying to do essentially is get rid of the backlog of digital games because I've picked up a lot of them on sales and Plus and Xbox Games with Gold and stuff. The Plus, obviously, the best way to get rid of that backlog was to not renew it because then I've lost them all. So then I've just gone out and bought the ones I wanted to play. So like Rocket League and Infamous First Light, which is pretty much all I've missed. But I've been playing. I did Battlefield 4. Which is an old one, but I thought it was pretty good. Played the campaign on that.
Got a goodie.
Yeah, it was solid.
Yeah.
Then I played Doom, which is fucking marvelous.
Have you finished it?
Yes.
You have?
Yes, I have. It was hard.
It was.
I was playing on Hurt Me Plenty, I think.
Yeah, I think I did it on Hurt Me Plenty.
Yeah, but it was really tough, especially towards the end.
It made me want to play Dark Souls, though. Not Dark
because
Souls.
It's got that same
not
kind
Dark Souls,
For
sorry.
a bit of a break.
Yeah.
Dead Space. Dead Space.
I was going to say, Joe, doesn't most things make you want to play Dark Souls?
Yeah, most games now make me want to play Dark Souls, but I don't want to sound like a one-trick pony. No, it made me want to play Dead Space more than I wanted to play.
I can see that actually because it had a lot of the same kind of aesthetics almost, didn't it? Like a lot of
all the weird
marine
stuff.
armor stuff, and a lot of them sort of. A lot of corridors full of blood and noises in the vents and shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, in Dead Space, you
don't go to hell.
You spend the whole fucking time going no
until you get the Ripper. In which case,
even then, I'm a terrible shot.
I just kept. I didn't.
I'm just going to follow this line. Just keep looking at the line. Just following the line.
It can't hurt me. The line can't hurt me.
Oh yeah, you had that weird hand map.
Yeah.
That was a great.
It's such a brilliant game. There's so much stuff
I had
about.
a hug break every 10 minutes, but it wasn't awesome.
If I wanted to get really sort of detailed on the sort of technical aspects of the games that I really like from like a UI perspective, Dead Space has a ton of that stuff.
Oh yeah,
just so well organized for that stuff. So I finished Doom and I moved on to Titanfall 2.
Great game.
Played the campaign. Really liked that.
One of my favourite campaigns of the big games last year.
I thought it was a decent length for a campaign.
How many hours?
About
8 to 10.
Yeah, 8 to 10, I think. Yeah. It's about 8
not
missions or so.
One, so
number one's pretty much just an online shooter.
Yeah, there's no story.
2 does have a single player mode, and
I did like the way they tried the campaign stuff in Titanfall 1, just to kind of make it part of the overall, like it made the battlefield a little more like their stakes.
I was trying to pay attention to it, but the amount of people just jumping up and down in the spot while it was trying to do that bit might put it off.
There is, if you're watching somebody try and teabag a metal bench, then you do find yourself attention wandering.
You wouldn't see that in reality, would you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've never been in the army, so I don't know. Right in. So then I finished that. I finished Battlefield Hardline.
That was made by
it's good.
Copper one?
Yes, the Miami Cops one.
Yeah.
I really dig that one.
I like that, and also when you go back into it, I do like it goes previously.
I like that.
And it does it like
Until Dawn used to have that, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And obviously Alan Wake.
Like randomly every 40 minutes or so it would do it, regardless of you just pick the game up or not.
It's funny you mentioned that game because that was made by Visceral that make Dead Space, or made.
What, Hardline?
Hardline was,
yes,
because you can find the marker in the game.
Oh, yeah, I heard that,
Hardline,
I didn't find it.
That's like
to be fair, I wasn't really looking. So there's that.
I mean, Alan Wake did that as well.
Yes, it did. Yeah, and I think Quantum Break should have, but I don't think it did. It didn't make sense. It made sense that it should have.
To be honest,
it did do a bit of a recap.
I started that. I need to I think because it's been a while since I played it, I'd have to start it from the beginning.
I'm curious about Quantum Break. I'm not sure if I'd like it.
It's like a TV show game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's episodic and it's quite.
Yeah, I'm kind of aware and interested, but I'm not sure. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet.
It's only on Xbox One.
Oh, that solved that problem.
You can get it for
I think you
PC.
can get PC. Yeah,
I haven't got a PC.
Oh, there's that.
I haven't played it yet. We can do it together if you want.
There you go.
All right, yeah. If you don't want to do a proper gaming night, why not? Got Battletech in there, get everything dust. But yeah, let's watch you play a video game instead.
It's got to be fun for the rest of us.
I'm sure he'll pass you the controller.
Cat teams alike.
Why don't you do a let's play about it?
That works.
For E14.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The whole thing. Actually,
in one sitting.
That would be useless because you're not allowed to record the TV show aspect of it. So you can do the gameplay.
I choose this choice.
Yeah. You don't.
But you won't know what happened.
Yeah, you don't get to see it because you're not allowed to show it.
I chose this choice. Not that it matters to you, the YouTube viewer.
I saw a trailer on PSN store about some full motion video type adventure thing.
Full motion video one?
Yeah.
Or like a choose your own adventure one?
Like choose your own adventure, but
so
live action.
I was going to tell you, I was going to mention this one to you in a minute actually because it comes out on your birthday.
Oh, is it?
No, it wasn't. I've seen The Bunker, but there was a new one. It was like a crime.
Yeah.
Hidden Agenda.
Is that the new one?
That's the new from Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hidden Agenda, it's a cop thriller made by people behind Until Dawn. But it also, it's the idea is that obviously because some people were playing Until Dawn and they had a bunch of friends going, oh yeah, do this, with, to see if that kills them or whatever. They actually incorporated the phone app from That's You.
Okay.
So I think the reason it's called Hidden Agenda is that I think people can vote to change parts of the storyline while someone's playing it.
It looks amazing.
Okay.
And it comes out on your birthday, which I take as promise. So if you get a PSN voucher from me,
I'll be playing it then.
And Detroit is at Eurogamer as well.
I will also be playing that then.
All right.
Detroit's not in Europe?
No, it's true.
Not Detroit.
What else have I been playing? So I finished Hardline.
Late shift or something like that. So I'll come back to me later.
All right. I've started Mafia 3.
Okay.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I'm curious about that one as well.
I've heard mixed things.
No, I really like it so far. I was worried at one point because basically I can do this without too much spoiler. The spoiler's very, very, very minor. When you first start the game, it starts you off in a little bit that sort of talks you through the basic controls, and you flash back to a week before. And I was like, shit, it's only going to cover a week's worth of game time. But that's just the prologue bit. And then at that point, it catches you up. And then after that point, it opens up. So I was relieved that was the case because I thought, fuck me, if it's only a week's worth, it's going to be really short. But in the end, it's going to open out quite a bit. I haven't had a chance to explore that yet. But
what game was that, sorry?
Mafia 3.
Mafia 3.
Yeah.
Number 2 was amazing.
Number 2 was brilliant.
I enjoyed 2.
It's part of the reason I wanted to give 3 a go.
It's the only Mafia game I played too.
3 is
not to be confused with the Yakuza games, which I found to be turd.
They are. I'm
They're
not
just
a fan.
Mini game GTAs, aren't they?
Kind of.
I think I bought one of the Yakuza ones. Yeah, I bought it expecting it to be like GTA or True Crime or Sleeping Dogs, something like that. And I found that I spent all of my time either doing karaoke or running an orphanage on the beach.
Yeah,
that sounds like the kind of weird stuff I would like.
Sorry,
I think it's pretty much the evolution that what became of Shenmue. I think pretty much.
Kind of,
maybe, yeah.
I played Dead Souls, the Yakuza one, the zombie one, and I started off and it was okay. Melee was fine, but the shooting controls are fucking awful in that game. It really put me off, like really quite jarring.
Yeah, I think the controls bothered me, not to the extent they bothered you, but I did.
Controls for me,
I know I suppose it's because
it's part of my day job. Like, obviously, that sort of stuff is important to me. Yeah. But I mean, controls for me, a bad control set or a fiddly control set can put me right off a game really fast.
Yeah.
Speaking of games with Dead in the name, did they just release Dead Rising on PS4? Like the whole 1 to 4?
Number 4 is coming out for Christmas on PS4.
Maybe that's a bundle pack.
They've lost their Xbox exclusivity.
Yeah,
it was only ever timed.
The only one that hasn't come to PS4 is number 3.
Yeah, that was an exclusive, and then Dead Rising 4 is a timed. I think it's a time for a year, maybe.
Okay.
Something like that. It's been about.
I feel like I haven't got many zombie games at the moment, so
I played one of the Dead Rising games and it was all right in a kind of state of emergency, not really that all right type way.
Yeah. Dead Rising 3 is all right. I played that.
I like number 1.
I think 3 is my favourite, actually.
Yeah. Dead Rising 1 was great at the time because it was groundbreaking just because of how many zombies you could have on the screen
and the real-time
on a technical level and the real-time element of it.
I didn't like that to be...
Dead Rising 2 was just more of the same.
2 I played was one where you had your daughter needed...
that's Dead Rising 2,
yeah. Tedious.
Yeah, she needed Zombrex all the time, whereas you were just riding around on a tricycle with a traffic cone on your head.
Yeah, and you're like, I need less of this medicine shit and more of this tricycle cone shit.
Yeah.
I think my problem with
conscientious caring dad just
number 3
around the shopping mall. His daughter's dying.
Number 3 is a bit more of that. It's a bit more free. You got a bit more time to do everything.
There's time limits, but the time limits are longer, so you can if you want to dick around for a bit, you can. But obviously, you can go and advance the storyline if you're bored of that.
Yeah, hasn't it got like the overall story has a time limit, but within that you can kind of approach it as fast as you want.
Yeah, and also you've got a lot of time to do a lot of it anyway.
Very much so.
I never felt like, it's not like with like Dead Rising 2, for example, I felt pushed to get some of the stuff
Same
done.
with Dead Rising 1, it's like next to no time in comparison.
Dead Rising 1 was quite a tedious thing to get used to, I think. Once I was there, I was okay, but yeah.
Dead Rising 4, the problem I have with it pretty much gets rid of the time limit completely. And
I'm okay with that.
And the other problem I have with 4 is that there's no real psychos anymore. They're sort of dumbed down psychos.
I enjoyed killing them.
Yeah, no, there are psychos, but they're just extra hard baddies.
They don't have any personality.
They're not a unique thing with a cutscene and all that sort of thing like they were.
Some of the psychos,
they're not like boss battles like they were.
Some of the psychos in Dead Rising 3 were fucking hilarious. Like the porn actor. You fight that one?
Is he the one that wanted you to do the pole dancing or something?
Something like that. And he basically fires you with a big fuck off jizz cannon. That's like,
it's like a flamethrower
with a pair of balls.
Did they go full on Saints Row?
A bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was always a massager for beating people up.
It
was quite a nice thwack noise you got when you actually hit a zombie with it.
Yes.
And there was a gun, I think, in Dead Rising 3 where you could fire dildos at zombies.
That sounds right. Yeah. I think you could mock it up, so it was like it fired anything you put in there, and you could fire in massagers because you could find them in the world.
I mean, just remembered that obviously when you shot someone with it, obviously there was a zombie with a dildo sticking in it.
Yeah.
Or wherever you shot it, obviously.
Yeah. What else am I playing? I'm playing Breath of the Wild on my Switch.
What do you think about that?
I love the Switch. I think it's one of the best designed consoles I've ever used. I've yet to use it on the TV just because the portable one is so comfortable and so, and the picture's nice and all that stuff.
Even with your massive hands.
Yeah, even with my massive cartoon hands. Despite that,
if you do put it in the dock, it actually unlocks the GPU, I think, of the Switch itself.
Okay,
so it can perform better.
Yeah, that's the dock's function, isn't it? As part from charging.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and to put it on your TV and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
it's perfectly capable. In handheld mode,
but it is so beautiful.
And being able to play on the train and all that sort of stuff is really cool.
Connected to your phone's Wi-Fi, so you can actually play Splatoon on the train.
Yeah, you could do that if you didn't have a shit train journey like mine that went through fucking tunnels all the time. Okay. I haven't actually bought a second game for it yet for Switch. I've just been having too much fun dicking around in Breath of the Wild. That's when I don't always get into open world games, but when I do, I'm happy to dick around for dozens of hours at a time. Before I go on to the next story bit.
The octopus balloons, yeah.
In terms of,
you can put them on anything. You can make a raft that can fly.
Oh shit! I haven't tried that.
If you put one balloon on each of the corners of a raft, it'll start floating, and then if you use the little leaf,
is that what it does? Okay.
Yeah, if you use a leaf to move.
I did bits and bobs up for some of the puzzles, but I didn't really I didn't turn it into Minecraft, if you know what I mean.
I love that side of it. It's just fun.
Yeah. Fair enough. I think that's about it, really. I haven't picked up a new game on PlayStation yet because I've just finished Doom, and that was on PlayStation. I don't think I've picked up anything new yet. I was going to play Mankind Divided, Deus Ex, but I haven't actually got to it yet.
Yeah, it's in my pile still.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. I loved Human Revolution to bits. I thought it was brilliant.
The only thing I'd say about it is it's definitely a bridge story. It's not. There's no resolution at the end at all.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if I'm going into Deus Ex for the ending, then I'm a bit of a sucker for punishment.
Deus Ex 1 had like a full story in it, whereas
true.
Mankind Divided, it does feel like they've just cut stuff out to make you look forward to the next one.
Oh, okay.
Because you get to the end and you're like, this is where it started to build up.
Yeah,
Hello too.
Yeah.
Or the
as long as it's not Haven Call to the King, I'm sure we're fine.
Or the first X-Men. First X-Men had that a bit.
Yeah.
Me and my dad went to see first X-Men at the pictures, and we both came out of it going, "Oh, I thought that was about to ramp up," and then the credits rolled.
Okay.
It's like, I guess it's not going to. So there's that.
Interest. What are the next PS Plus games?
Infamous Second Son and
Child of Light.
This one you never heard of.
Child of Light.
Oh, Child of Light.
Yeah,
there were there were two games I already had. So.
Yeah, so this is the thing.
I've never heard of Child of Light. I've loved the first Infamous, but I didn't play any of the intervening ones.
I've not played any apart from
you can play.
Yeah, you don't need to have played the others to play.
You can play Second Son without prior knowledge.
Okay, yeah.
Is it not the same character?
No,
it's sort of set in the events afterwards, so it's not like, and it's set a good few years afterwards, so it's not like,
and in a different part of the
country,
right?
The first Infamous is the only time I've gone back and played the game again for the evil ending.
Yeah, it's really fucking
not
good.
as long as the first one, but it's fun still.
Totally.
The big difference with Delson is that he has different powers, and you unlock them as they go on. So he starts off with like a smoke power, but then he gets other one. He sort of gets abilities off other superheroes.
So it's like not lightning powers.
Bit like
it's
a bit like
different.
Rogue in X-Men, but he can keep the powers after he gets them.
Oh, okay.
So he starts with fire and then gains.
It's like a lightning. It's sort of
like an electric weapon, and then a neon weapon.
Sounds a little bit.
And the neon stuff is fucking gorgeous.
I love the first one.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a very pretty game as well.
Second Son is beautiful in motion. It's really fun.
What's the other one? Child of Light.
Child of Light.
Child of Light is like a turn-based
2D side scroller,
Final Fantasy type, like turn-based RPG type.
Once you get into combat, it is. Otherwise, it's like just a
bit like
platform.
Apparently, it's very pretty.
It's very pretty.
I don't think it would interest Brad.
Probably
no, it doesn't. Probably not. It doesn't sound like my thing. That's fine.
You can download it.
At the same time, it's free.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can
download
try
it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's certainly not a bad game. I played it through to the end.
I must say
there were some bits that annoyed me about it, but yeah.
The with PS Plus rising, like sort of having its prices go up.
Mm-hmm.
We are seeing an increase in the quality of games,
which is good.
They used to be awful.
They were.
Yeah, some of them are really bad.
Always you see,
they've added rigs now, haven't they?
Xbox will always get like amazing older games, at least a year old, but they would get stuff like one of the Sherlock Holmes games came out one time, and just
Crime Punishment.
And every time it was just like Sony just like $1 per handful of dog shit on your plate.
Yep, we've got another indie game. Another indie game.
Yeah, shit you'd never buy.
Apart from Rocket League, that was a good one.
That was a good one. With Xbox, I found as well, even when they did indie games, they would go, this is one that hasn't come out before and it's coming out first on Xbox, and that's your Game Boy Gold for that month, and it would be, they'd make a big deal about it. Whereas PS4 was like, here's some shovelware.
I would never buy anything like I got for free on PS4.
I think
Until Dawn we got last month.
Nidhogg was free, I think.
Was it? I think that's just before I got a PlayStation.
No, I don't think it was.
Was it not?
Or if it was, I already owned it. Towerfall was free.
Towerfall was free, yeah.
Right. When I got my PS4 for the first time, I think Injustice 1 was the free game on PS Plus.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was the last full game, I think.
Yeah.
For 2 or 3 years that we got.
Just Cause 3 was the first one where I hadn't already owned it, and I went, I would have quite liked that.
Yeah.
That's the first one since
I've downloaded it, but I haven't played it yet.
I mean,
I'm aware of it.
Nidhogg is currently on sale for less than £4 now. There's
It's very good.
I think whether they're still doing that deal. I mean, there was a deal where it was games for under £4, and Nidhogg was one of them, and I was like, that's definitely worth.
If I had £4 my name, that'd be awesome.
To be fair, I only ever play around your house, so I might as well just stick to that.
Yeah.
I only ever play with you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Have us round, do a game night.
Yeah. And then tabletop wise.
Sorry, I'm not a sociable person.
So tabletop wise, obviously we played Armada. We talked about that one.
Yeah.
I've been playing since the last time we recorded. I think I've played my copy of the Walking Dead miniatures game, and that's really good.
I heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, generally it's a very accessible game. There's a couple of little edge case rules that don't make entirely perfect sense, but the forums are pretty good for that.
Yeah.
So, and I've painted up all my models for the first time.
Have you got the solo governor set? Apparently that's worth getting.
No, I haven't. That's just one that I haven't had a chance to pick up. I've got the base core set with Rick and Carl, and then I've got the first expansion with Dale, his wife, whose name escapes me.
Jim.
Not Jim.
Chip.
Not Chip. It's a woman's name. Hence wife.
Mandy Patinkin.
Yeah, why not? So I painted those up, and then I played Mysterium, which is fucking superb. If you haven't played that, we should.
Play that, then?
Sort of my wife's friends came over and they had it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was eyeing it up for ages. Now it seems everyone's played it except me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
So the premise of Mysterium is one person plays a ghost of somebody who was murdered in a house.
Oh, okay.
The other players, up to 6, play psychics who are there collectively as a group to cooperatively solve the murder.
Okay.
And it plays like Cluedo to a point. So each player has a set of circumstances attached to them. So one character, one weapon, one location.
Right.
For who did done the murder.
That sounds Cluedo-y.
The ghost has to communicate to the player which one it is using these really obscure art cards.
Okay.
Yeah, very abstract.
Very abstract. So the ghost not only has to give the abstract art card that leads the player in the right direction, they also have to make sure they don't lead a different player to the same character and throw them off, because it's a cooperative game. You either succeed or fail together.
Yeah.
And the ghost can't communicate in any way with the players during the game.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
We have a copy now. I played it around to friends, and then
well, you saw me eyeing it up even when we were at the retro fair earlier this year.
I almost bought it because I think wasn't it a few quid?
It was like £25. It's not 25 quid.
It was
it's
a
not
few
expensive
quid
at all.
too expensive for what I wanted to, because I'd spoken to Jen and she said, "Oh, I want to buy it. If it's below this price, I can't remember the price. If it's below this price, get it."
So it's
and it was just too high.
Like
Plus, I had no space after the HeroClix run.
I would say video games tend to get cheaper as they go along.
Board games, not so much. No.
Board games will get more expensive because they are shorter print runs.
Yeah, luckily we know somebody who works for Waterstones, and they were able to get that for us a little bit cheaper. So
okay,
that was helpful.
Yeah, but don't sit there going, "I'll get that in a couple of years. It'll be cheaper," because it will not be.
Yeah, especially if it's Fantasy Flight Games Workshop stuff, because now it's £3,000 for a Fury of Dracula copy. That's ridiculous. No, it doesn't surprise me either.
First edition.
No, just for the most recent. Just because they don't publish, because they lost the publishing deal with Games Workshop.
Yeah,
they don't sell Relic,
but didn't they?
Fury of Dracula. Talisman probably went as well.
Talisman went. The Blood Bowl card game went. Space Hulk card game went.
Yep.
Warhammer Conquest went.
All of these
Heresy went.
Yep.
Anything that was a GW property went. The only one which would be surprised, people generally don't realise there's a GW property is Fury of Dracula.
Yes. Yeah. But
they literally just released a new. Well, not I wouldn't say just, but.
Yeah,
a new edition came out like last year.
Yeah.
It was, and then the publishing ended this May, just gone.
I can only assume FFG were a bit too confident that they were going to be able to renew the contract.
Maybe.
Rather than let stuff tail off. It was a shame, but at the same time, FFG are still doing. FFG have got Star Wars license and don't give a shit.
Yeah,
and Games Workshop have since then done a reasonable line of support in indie games, so it's working okay.
To suggest that perhaps we would be getting Star Wars Legion if they still were doing Games Workshop stuff? Because it'd be like, is their Star Wars Warhammer, basically?
I don't know, because the contract G-Dub had with Fantasy Flight was they weren't allowed to make miniatures games. They had to be board or card games, and Legion looks undeniably to be a miniatures game.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So,
I don't think that would have been... unless there was some clause in the contract, I don't believe that would be an issue.
Yeah. I just thought just because of the similarities of such a thing.
Yeah, Legion looks interesting. I'm kind of on the back foot about it purely because I'm already painting and collecting so many systems. I don't know I could explore it to the depth I would like to.
The only thing that puts me off is the assembly and painting.
I've heard rumours, unconfirmed rumours, it's going to be pre-painted.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that one of the reasons that Games Workshop called back all their properties at the end of the day is because of their considering FFG as more of a threat from like X-Wing and that sort of thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably a factor.
Prior to X-Wing is the first time Games Workshop has ever had a competitor before. And we can go, what about Gates Vantaris and Drop
Dreadball
Zone
or whatever.
They are so far behind. It's not.
Games.
I have nothing but respect for anyone who wants to bring out a sci-fi miniatures game in the current climate.
Not going to lie,
brave, but no, nothing has caught the world on fire like X-Wing.
Absolutely not. No,
X-Wing's gone down a direction which doesn't interest me anymore, but it is undeniably massive and popular.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, X-Wing is big enough that you can go into Waterstones and buy a core set.
Which you can't do with Warhammer.
There you go. And then if you could, it'd be expensive as shit.
Oh, yes. Waterstones prices.
Yeah. Also, Games Workshop prices, when they combine, it's a number that can't even fit on the ticket.
Yeah.
Some weird singularity.
X-Wing is done more for raising the profile of tabletop gaming for anything since debatably Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
huge.
Yeah.
That said, I would think that Games Workshop, maybe it's part of their removing from FFG and trying to be more competitive. I actually think that some of their more recent spin-off games have actually been a bit more affordable than...
There was a change of personnel quite high up at G-Dub, and the guy they've got running, who's the head honcho now, seems a lot more open to indie games, which is why you've had successful stuff like Lost Patrol coming back in print. They did another run of Space Hulk. Gangs of Camorra is doing very well. Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl took off a lot more than GW kind of expected it to, I think. And also, it's prompted Necromunters coming out in November. You've got Epics coming back sort of this time next year. And it's nice because I think that's the way GW should be. They should always have their core, but they were a small company to start with that were willing to take punts on new designs and new ideas. And I think they spent far too long as a money-making machine and lost the art side of it.
I also think that, well, not that I've been following the prices, but I was going by when I saw some of the early things of the 8th edition of 40k coming out. It looked to me as if they were actually being a little bit more affordable with their pricing.
I think that's directly related to...
Dan 7th edition, I mean.
That's related to two things. That's related to them losing their core audience who are getting older and realising there are alternatives or just growing out of gaming. And then they need to have a reasonable price point to bring in younger gamers, because you can't... Something like Armada is a high price point game, and they've always gone, it's a high price point game, and that's the way it is.
Yeah.
A 14, 15, 16-year-old kid can't play Armada.
No.
Yeah.
But they can play X-Wing.
Yeah, for sure.
And Warhammer Games Workshop have obviously gone, we need to be able to set a price point that a younger player can come in at and get the hooks in that way. The other reason it's gone down price is the direct competition from X-Wing.
But that's what put me off getting back into things like Warhammer was the price point.
No, absolutely.
I know miniatures wargaming in general is a bit of a money pit. Don't get me wrong.
It is not a cheap hobby, but there are some systems will always be more expensive than others, especially if you want to play Horus Heresy, a tabletop game, you're buying everything from Forge World, and that's going to be expensive.
Yeah. But even when I was looking at like just getting a starter set for 40k just so I could have a little game.
I've heard about 100 quid.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's how 80, 100 quid.
Madness is £100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The retail price.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realise Manchester was so expensive.
Yeah, the standard price for a Fantasy Flight big box game is 93.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rebellion's about that.
Very few.
Yeah, the Rebellion's
with the caveat that not many retailers will actually do it at retail.
Yeah, it's very rare. Yeah,
but often
I thought it was normally like 80. But
yeah, they usually most retailers will
Souls was 80.
Most retailers will do 10% off as a matter of course.
Then it's certainly on pre-orders. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. I find that as a hard invest. If
Blood Bowl, I think was 60 for the starter set.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff.
Half the reason I took the gamble on Lost Patrol was that it was 30.
Yeah, they're being very clever about it,
and I really enjoyed Lost Patrol.
But that's what they want to do. They want to bring guys like you who used to play back in. They want to sell you those box games.
They specifically, if you watch their earnings call from Q3, I think it's 2016, they mention you by name.
Yeah.
So they
retained. Well, you had me when you said Lost Patrol was basically Predator in the 40k universe.
Yeah, fair enough.
Basically.
Yeah,
I think the quote is you had me at hello.
Yeah. You had me at Lost Patrol is the new Predator in the 40k universe.
Long-winded, that one.
Yeah, it didn't fit on the back of the DVD box.
Yeah.
Doesn't work as merch.
Charles title. See if you can fit it all in.
Yeah, I'll try.
Well, that's your new t-shirt design for the merch.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I'm curious about what GW do next. It'll be Necromunda is what, rather than, let's say, I couldn't afford to get to Legion, it's not the money thing, it's the time thing.
Yeah.
Necromunda, if I'm talking 20 quid to buy a gang, we go halves on the starter set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can probably get a Necromunda. I guess it would be a big gang that had 20 models.
Yes.
And some of them, especially like the lower, like the scum gangs, you could have 5 models to a team that are very small.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing game. Epic will be the high-end one, especially if it goes, because they're saying that's going to be a Horus Heresy setting as well.
Epic is the
which
one...
does mean massive fucking Titans.
I was going to say, Epic is the one where it scales back a little bit, right?
A tank will be about an inch long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really scaled out. But the Titans in it's almost like a Battletech type system.
I assume you just spray-painted infantry. I don't know.
You'd imagine so.
Yeah, well, everyone does it differently.
Maybe a detail brush.
Yeah.
This is stuff I know now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say that.
Paint a brush called Insane Detail.
I saw it, yeah. I say that. I did go, so I finished my Walking Dead ones and I thought they turned out quite well. Put them on Instagram so people could see because I was quite proud of them. As it goes for a first attempt at painting something that I give a fuck about because I was practicing on all sorts of stuff before that. So I thought, all right, well, I've got my next game on. So I took Ninja All-Stars, which is the soda pop, the slightly chibi ones. I figured they'd be easier because they're bigger and they're sort of more bulky head stuff. Yeah. Not the case in the slightest. No. I've managed to fuck them up worse than anything I did on Walking Dead.
You'll find with scale shift, it's not that one is harder than the other, but it's the techniques are different.
Okay.
Yeah. You going from 20mm to 28mm, you're probably not changing all that much. We're going for something that's like HeroClix size down to something that's like Flame of War size.
Yeah.
Is a totally different techniques.
Yeah, I found this. So I'm going to have to basically go and redo some of those.
There are so many wonderful online paint tutorials. Google's your friend.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I was getting on okay up until a point, and then I managed to cock up. It was my own fault. What I normally do before I start painting a model is look on Google it, or other search engines are available. But there's like 3.
Remember Alta Vista?
And I'm including Google. Yeah. But I would look up somebody else's paint job, mainly to make sure that I didn't miss some detail.
That's good, yeah.
I managed to not do that for this ninja one, and there's a character that's like a female ninja with a sort of bra, like a sort of thin top, and then the torso, like from the torso down, it's trousers. I didn't realize that there was a top with a midriff showing. I thought it was all one, so I painted the whole thing.
Sorry, it was just Joe's face during your description.
The episode title is now From the Torso Down, It's Trousers.
Done. Fine. That works for me. Yeah, works for me if I can't find it.
How trousers work.
Yeah. As opposed to shorts, I meant. But no, I take your point. I've managed to not realise that she had a kind of bra top on. And I managed to paint the entire top half in a solid colour. Realised my mistake and now have to correct that mistake. So, yeah.
The best bit of advice on painting I ever heard was the reason you think yours sucks is you see the bits that went wrong, no one else does.
That's true, yeah. I mean,
you only ever see the bits you didn't do.
Yeah, that's why, I was going to take pictures of each stage of painting, but I think I'm not there yet.
I did that a couple of times, but it actually became quite tiresome.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I was already tiresome thinking about it.
To take a picture after you've primed it and then do a picture of the same pose after you've finished it.
Yeah,
so you get before and after shot.
That's probably an idea for my next ones. I say maybe not this game because this is the one I fucked up, but maybe the one afterwards. It's either going to be Doom or Imperial Assault. Mainly because if it's Doom, I can use up all my reds and oranges.
Yeah.
If it's Imperial Assault, I can use up my matte whites and blacks.
Yeah, painting stormtroopers is an experience.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm interested. So
I hate painting white.
I'm probably going to prime black and then paint white on top.
Okay.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do is because obviously there's multiple stormtroopers in the the box. Yeah. I'm going to do one of each. So one black primed.
Tried painting white over black.
Yes, and in my experience, you have to do maybe a second coat, but it comes out really nice. I think. So what I'm probably going to do is do one primed black, then white over the top, and then do one primed white with black over the top.
Okay.
And then probably just for shits and giggles, because I've got the primer, one in grey that doesn't have any neither here nor there.
Grey is an underrated primer.
It's really good. I use the army paint and stuff. I use
the Sorastro method for the stormtroopers, which you use undercoat white.
Yep.
Null oil, which is a black ink wash, so that goes into all the crevices, all the shadows, all the little. You prime white, all the bits where you can see the black body glove.
Yep.
You do grey.
Yep.
Then you do a black ink wash over the top of it. That goes into all the crevices.
Yep.
It turns in black. All the grey bits go black.
Yeah.
And then you paint back over the armour with white.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't actually. It's still a white undercoat, so it's not as difficult as going over a black undercoat.
Yeah, that's true. Let's say I'll try different methods because you've got multiple stormtroopers to play with.
There's 100 ways of doing everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of it comes down to
which one works
for you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I'd say that's my current tabletop project is fixing my ninjas, which could also be an episode title, to be fair.
Yeah.
Fix my ninjas.
Fix my ninja trousers.
Yeah.
AKA, you had me as Predator in the Warhammer 40,000 universe.
Yeah. To be honest, I'll find ways to get those into the social media stuff.
Yeah.
If I don't use it as the episode title.
Yeah. Hashtag avocado.
Yeah. For context, see episode 55 of The Crazy Train, coming soon to a podcast near you.
Get to
asterisk. Get to F Island. Yeah. So thank you very much for listening to the E14 Gamecast, episode, I think, 29. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Pretty good going. Yeah, it's pretty good going. In the episode in the late 20s, if you've enjoyed the show, subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Podchaser, YouTube, Libsyn. There's all sorts of stuff. Possibly Google Play. I have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's there. YouTube, yeah, we got the channel there. Yeah. All the podcasts are available on YouTube. It's only a still image, but it takes a lot of time to make these work on an audio level. So I'm not really interested in making it any more dynamic.
We don't know anyone who does computer animation anyway.
I know, right?
No, we don't.
And
oh God, fully CG crazy trains.
Oh God,
can you imagine?
Oh, I full mast.
I can't afford him.
No. So, guys, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at Harmer the Appreciator. You can also find me on Twitter at fucksake Blake. And you can also find me on Facebook under my name.
If you can find
his name is Gerard Brown.
Yes.
If nobody else can help, and if you can find him, you can hire the A for Appreciator team. Dun, 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 dun.
Funny people doing different songs.
Predator in the 40k universe.
Yeah, that's scanned.
Yeah, that works. Brad?
You can search for Brad Harmer Barnes on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RealBradHB. And you can buy my book, North Sea Hunters, from Amazon.
Yes, you can. And if you go to Emotionally 14 and find the team page, there is a link on there that will very handily take you directly to the
Amazon widget.
Yes, using the E14 Amazon widget.
Money all around.
Yeah, everybody gets a little bit of love.
A bit of that.
Yeah,
we do.
Crouch. Crouch.
I'm on Twitter at It's Joe Crouch and on Instagram at Sour Crouch. I don't have a book.
Okay. Were you having a lot of people? So we've talked about before, like, were you having a lot of fake Brad HBs? Were you having a lot of people who weren't Joe Crouch?
Yeah.
No, I just, I couldn't convince people that I was
Oh, okay.
That was even my name.
It's like it's
so I was
short
just like,
for.
No, it's Joe Crouch.
No, really, it's Joe Crouch.
yeah.
But it's quite a long name.
It's quite a long
name,
so I just kept it's Joe Crouch.
Yeah. So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rob Wade Vision. You can also find Emotionally 14 on various social media platforms. You can find us on Twitter at Emotionally 14, Facebook Emotionally 14. You can search Emotionally 14 on iTunes, YouTube, and Stitcher, and Libsyn to get all our shows. We're available on Podchaser. T-shirts are available.
Mercantise.
Yes, Mercantise. tpublic.com/stores/emotionally14. If that doesn't work, just search Emotionally 14 on tpublic.com. We have a store where you can buy Emotionally 14 logos and designs and stuff, and there'll be some in-joke bits and pieces on merchandise. Teacups. Phone holders.
Foam
fingers.
Hands.
Yeah, we need foam fingers.
There's no foam hands. This is true. I should
Gravy bows.
Gravy bows.
Nipple clamps.
If you want to use a mug as a gravy boat.
Big red noses.
Big red.
Piles cushions.
Yep, sure.
Games consoles.
Just making notes. I can't keep up with making notes. But you can buy
pens for making notes with.
I wish you could buy pens. I'd be really happy with it. No.
Beagles.
Is it Vistaprint that does the pens?
You can buy
Plectrums?
onesies. Plectrums? No.
Ashtrays.
No.
Temporary tattoos.
Do you still get ashtrays even?
I don't think you do now.
No, just charity shops. Then
Yeah.
You get them, I suppose.
And pubs.
Cushions.
Temporary.
Pubs don't even have them, do they? Smoking areas.
Cushions.
Cushions? No, you could.
Beer mats.
What you could do?
Beer mats.
You could stretch a t-shirt over a pillow.
Oh, okay.
Those novelty flannels that you put in the water.
Oh
so
yeah,
they
yeah.
expand.
What about a commemorative domino set?
No.
No.
Commemorative brio set.
No.
A toffee hammer?
No.
Brioche.
A toffee hammer with the Crazy Train logo on it. Sure.
There's got to be
Fucking
somewhere
hell.
we can get that made.
Surely there must be a spoon.
I will see
Animated series.
I will see if TeePublic have a suggestion box.
If they do silverware, we've got to do spoons.
Oh yeah. Well, no.
Oh, yeah.
Pencil sharpness.
Previous Crazy Trains have, and so basically at the bottom of the post underneath, I put some relevant Amazon things to what I've been talked about. With the Crazy Train, it's quite hard. So the last one was a Braun Strowman t-shirt. Yeah, really. The Best of Johnny Cash on CD. A fake kids NXT title belt, because we're talking a lot about wrestling.
Yeah.
One item that escapes me. Oh, biltong.
Okay.
Oh, what, that weird meat?
Beef biltong, yeah.
Yeah.
And spoons. But just a pack of spoons.
Right. What other E14 merchandise we got there?
So we got
Floyd
t-shirts.
Rose? E14 Floyd Rose.
T-shirts, jumpers, sweatshirts, onesies, hoodies.
Floyd Rose?
No Floyd Rose.
Corduroy jackets.
No corduroy jackets.
A condiment set?
Sweatshirts are the closest they've got.
Wilkinson Floating Bridge.
Onesies, phone
We've got to have the
cases.
tremor alarm somehow.
No.
Socks?
Socks? No socks.
No socks.
Mugs.
Xylophone.
Interrupting mugs.
Fire alarm.
No fire alarm.
A calendar?
Be a good colour scheme one, though.
Would be,
That'd be a good fit.
Trolleys.
No trolleys.
Oh.
No. Although I'm going to get a Trash Wizard shirt in there
Fan?
somehow.
Yeah.
No fan.
Some kind
We
of...
have fans, but they don't sell them.
How about a cocktail recipe book?
Soldering iron.
No cocktail recipe book.
Or
No soldering
cocktail
irons.
umbrellas.
No cocktail umbrellas. Fuck me.
Cockatiels?
Abstract concept of ennui.
Are you just basically listing things from the Wix catalogue now? And
And
well,
a
no,
pet
you
shop.
do get. You can get.
You can buy on Wii and Wix.
You can. Yeah, you have to order it online though.
Oh.
It's weird. So yeah, you can go to tpublic.com, search Emotionally 14. There's a bunch of E14 designs there. There's going to be more.
A cracked version of Dead Space where every time you stamp on a deadite's corpse, it shouts crazy.
That would be great.
Ironically, they don't do T-shirts.
They do t-shirts.
It's really depressing that TeePublic don't do t-shirts.
I know, right?
Seeing Billy Bass Fish, which does Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne.
We'll sell you a calendar just full of pictures of me wearing the Crazy Train.
You can
sweatshirts.
also. There's probably. You know what? Actually, this segues nicely. If you
That's
there's-
Matty.
no, if there's other items you want to buy that aren't part of TeePublic, you might be able to find them on Amazon. And on Amazon, you can use the Emotionally 14 widget, which is available on the website, and we'll get a little bit of love for anything you buy through Amazon.
While you're there, you can buy my book.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
it's cool.
Widget.
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 So thank you very much for listening to the E14 Gamecast. I'm sure I've forgotten something in the social media stuff that usually wraps up the show. I'll put it in the show notes if I do remember
Stitcher.
it. Stitcher I've already done.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Or are you just asking if it's something we can get merchandise printed on?
Lampshade.
Sewing kits.
Gideon Bible.
Gideon Bible, yeah, why not? Notebooks, you can get notebooks.
Yeah, okay.
So you could write the Bible out in that. There you go. So somebody could buy a notebook and write the Bible into it.
Yeah.
Do that.
I mean, it's got to be public domain by now.
I would have thought so.
Yeah.
When no authors come forward. Yeah. All right, well, thank you very much for listening to the E14 Gamecast. Bibbidi Bop Games.
Finish him.
Oh my.
It's a fuck.
Insert coin.
Knocked out.